Alright, so we're here today at the shop and we're going to be working on the new Katana 10.4. It's a beautiful boat, and you can see right here's one of the things we'll be doing. So, it comes with, of course, the little Tupperware style lid, and we're going to do the upgrade and put a Jackson hard hat. So it's going to end up like this. You know, put the neoprene cover on there, and then you have this, which will end up with two straps like that. So we're gonna have to make some holes in the boat, which is always fun, you know. But and we got to recaulk the bulkhead a little bit, but we get to drill holes in the boat and see how that works out. So we're gonna have to recaulk the bulkhead a little bit. You can see right here that it's shifted or come loose from the caulk or something like that. So I'm gonna try to clean that up a little bit and get a little new line on in there, just in case. I mean, you know, because some of us are prone to occasionally having a little swim. But so we're gonna make some holes in the boat and see what happens. Got some scraping. You can see that I got most of the old silicone or adhesive, whatever, out of there where it was on the bottom. I'm gonna clean that up. It was all good up in here, so I'm not gonna try to affect that seal. I'll just seal right over top the edge of that. But I'm gonna clean that up with some alcohol-based window cleaner and try to get that nice and clean. So the new stuff I'll let it dry for a little bit, make sure, but I'll get it where the new sealant will hold, hopefully. So in the meantime, while that dries, I'm going to work on getting a placement for the straps on this so we can drill holes in it. I don't like drilling holes in the boats, but it just comes with it. It's part of it. It's not the first one I've ever drilled. Haven't had a leak yet, so we'll see. And just so you know, I'm not going over this completely blind. I do have, that's actually, I don't know if you can see that good enough, but that's actually Pete Beck's, his katana. So he's done the hatch mod already. So at least that gives me a good idea of where I need to drill the holes. So there it goes. Got it marked out for the holes. All I can say is do the best you can to find something to measure from, because as you can see, there's not really a whole lot to measure from here. So what I did was I kind of used that screw right there as a reference point, and then if you, it's hard to see, but you can see like where it's smooth plastic up here and coarse plastic here. So basically from here, I use that as a reference point again. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's not got to be perfect. You just want it to be pretty close to perfect. That's kind of an oxymoron. You want it to be close enough that it's not going to affect the way it works, and it also is going to not look completely askewed. So I think we've got it measured out pretty good. I'm going to use a drill bit that is as close to the size of the bolts that come with the Jackson as we can get here. Try to do this one-handed. So this bit is actually just barely bigger. It's probably actually just a fraction smaller, and that's okay, because I like to actually have the threads catch in the plastic a little bit too. These do have, of course, nuts that go on the backside to hold them in, but I like to have it where they can kind of bite a little on their way through, just to make it a little more watertight. And I will put just a dab of either Shugu or the silicone in behind there just to keep it from leaking through. But so I'm going to pop some holes through here and move on. All right, so here's the hardware we'll be using. Stainless steel, of course, comes from Jackson, come with the hatch cover. But looks like that's a 3/8 or a 9mm. I did not have a 9mm stubby, so we're going with 3/8. But Phillips head on the end. So let's put them in. It doesn't take much. So what I'm doing now is just holding it at the top, turning, and tightening the bottom nut so that we get it tight and keep the strap straight. And there we have it. And there we have it. That's the hatch cover. I don't have the neoprene on it yet, but it just goes right underneath there. Should be able to make sure nothing goes nowhere. Nice and tight. Let the silicone seal up and we'll be good. And there you can see the neoprene. It's gonna feel real tight, so I'm probably, after I get the inside sealed up, I'm gonna probably leave that on there for a few days and let it stretch. I mean, you want it tight, but you don't want to take two people to put it on and off. So, but I'll leave a link in the description in case you want to do it to yours. There is the part number. I will say, for what it is, it's been on the pricey side. I mean, it's essentially a trash can lid with a neoprene gasket and some Velcro or some nylon straps. Runs with shipping about $100. So it, but it will prevent that. The Tupperware lid style like this, I mean, you find them on, well, mind the Christmas junk, but you find them on wreck boats, and of course they're on tsunamis and several other boats, but being that this is a whitewater boat, this makes me feel more secure that this isn't going to get knocked off somewhere. So, I mean, if you're camping in this thing and you're going to have, everything you need to sleep that night, of course it will be in dry bags, but back here, you don't want it full of water. At the same time, you don't want to lose it somewhere on the river and fight that. So it's just a little peace of mind. $100 is what it is. And now comes the messy part. To make shorter caulk guns. Alright, and mind the strobing. I don't know if it's strobing on the video or not, but it's strobing in my lens right here. So nice seal all the way around. Didn't really mess with the top part. I just kind of blended them together, made sure I had a nice clean seal. The top seemed to be sealed up pretty nice. So Didn't want to mess with it if I didn't have to. But kind of went about a 1/2 inch or so up on each side, just applied liberally so that it would, and squeezed it in so that it would seal nice. But all right, so that's it. That's the install on the Jackson hard hat cover on the Katana. And again, nice pristine boat. Doesn't even have a sticker on it yet. So we're gonna hopefully get that out soon and have some fun. So yeah, the front bulkhead comes out, the front pillar comes out. You can access the bulkhead, put more stuff up in the front, not heavy stuff, light stuff. And got a little bit of room behind the seat, and of course the back. Unfortunately, she's too long to stand up on my wall right there. So I think I'm gonna have to do some rearranging so that I can stand her up back there. But anyway, there's the Katana hard hatch. Hopefully it helps you out. See ya.